Welcome back to Ford Fact Friday. It's Abby here from Watkin Motors Ford in Vernon, BC. Now, the automotive industry has made a huge investment into the electric vehicle EV market. And at Watkin Motors Ford, we are Vernon's EV certified dealer. One of the most frequently asked questions by our Mustang Mach-E and F-150 Lightning customers is, where do we charge these things? So today, I'm going to bring you around Vernon to not only show you where there are public charging stations, but how to use them. Today, we are going to be using the FLO charging network that's around Vernon. To access these charging stations, you have to download the app ahead of time. Add the vehicle that you're going to be using. So today we are using the 2021 Ford Mustang Mach-E. The app will allow you to see where charging stations are available and what level of charging station it is. We are going to try out a level 3 DC fast charger. And here we have the 2021 Mach-E. We are parked by the Tesla bank over by Mark's Work Warehouse here in Vernon. It's also important to note that you can get a FLO card, a tangible card, instead of using the app each time. And all I had to do was tap the card. Because I already preloaded funds into our account, that made it super easy. I didn't have to use the app to check in. And now we wait. We were at 30% when we plugged in. Let's see how long it takes. For those of you wondering, you have to have your vehicle off when you start the charge. But once it starts charging, you can turn your Mach-E or EV back on and access controls like the radio and the climate. But all of the power steering and the drivetrain are all turned off. So you cannot operate the vehicle while it's charging. While you're waiting for your Mach-E to charge, you can try out the sketch pad, draw a few things, or if you're with a friend, you can play a nice game of tic-tac-toe. The great thing about the charging stations is they're usually situated in areas where there's shopping centers. We can go shop around, go to Walmart, or you can do what I'm doing, and I'm gonna go grab a Tim Hortons coffee.
The homicide, yeah, it's me, so I'ma talk on, stomping on the easiest streets that you.
In the morning light. In 32 minutes, our battery went from 30% to 64%. So it's a little bit quicker than a percent a minute, which is great. The total cost was $8.15. So we are here at the Vernon's Armstrong Regional Co-op along 27th Street, just beside Barristow's School and Popeyes, Triple O's, Tim Hortons. And they have 2 FLO Chargers, and it's free. It's free charging that they're providing as an elevated service. They do say that there's a max 2 hours per charging to be considerate of others, but that's amazing. I'll show you how I started the charging session. I did have to use my FLO card to tap and start the charging session, but then it unlocked the charger and I just plugged it in right here. The difference between this charger and the charger we just used is the one we just used was a DC fast charger. So it actually used this element of the charging too. Whereas this charger is going to be a bit slower than our last one, but we will see. We are plugged into a level 1 charger at the moment. It is the slowest of the chargers. And before, we were plugged into a level 3, also known as a DC fast charger. The level 3 chargers use direct current, DC, to charge your vehicle as quickly as it can to get up to 80% of a full battery charge, and then it slows down. Why just 80%? Well, this all helps with battery protection and safety. Think about using a DC fast charger on your EV like filling a bucket of water. You can start off by filling the bucket quickly with lots of water, but once you get to the top and before you hit over the rim and spill, you want to go very slow. So the same kind of thought process with a DC fast charger. Notice the slower charge speed. We could get up to 100%, keeping in mind that the last 20% of filling up your battery does take the longest, but it would take to 5:42 and it is 12:39. Well, I hope you learned a little something from today's video. And if you have any questions about making the switch to EV, or maybe you're already an EV driver and just want to learn more about charging, come visit us here at Watkin Motors Ford. This has been your Ford Fact Friday today. Have a great weekend.